Hi everyone, this is another episode of Limitless Leadership Podcast. You know that where we reveal the stories of real heroes who are impacting others' life. And today I'm very excited to have Sri Devi with us. She is going to talk more about her journey. I'm not going to, even introduce her. We will know by herself only. But I'm super excited about today's session and thank you so much, Sri Devi, accepting our invitation. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. It's really a blessing for me. I am Sri Devi. My name is Poluri Sri Devi. In fact, I am an emotional intelligence coach. I'm not a healer. After a long time, after my journey has started with yoga, I'm actually a basically yoga teacher. Then I have wrapped with my own emotions, and I thought of knowing about this more. Then when I started that, Mitesh Khatri is my first guru, I should say. So he is the one who tapped that basic acceptance level for me, and then my hunger towards emotions has started from there. From then on, I started changing the gurus, knowing in depth about it. Finally, understood the energy flow, how it happens inside, and it's like input giving inside, how you adjust the inputs of your energy inside. The outside, it is happening, it is just showing the output in the outside world. So, it is very simple. So, that is how my journey started.
Sure. So I'm going to ask more questions related to that, but before that, I am personally very curious, and I'm sure each one of us will be to know that who you were before coming in this coaching journey, and who was that Sri Devi? If you enlighten us. Yes.
At that time, I was courageous, but I was unable to tolerate criticism even at a very, very light level, at a very basic level also. Even if you are saying, this is not suiting for me, that used to disturb me a lot in depth. So after marriage, we know as a woman, after giving birth to 2 children, physically we will become so weak, and that impacted my emotional levels even much deeper, and I started blaming everybody around me. I was showing this point. everyone, crossing everyone, including my husband, children, in-laws, loved ones, parents, everybody. And finally one day my husband told to me that, I gave up, you are the one, you have to find the path. You are just blaming, but you are not correcting yourself. Somewhere that strongly hit me inside, and I also understood, I am behaving something which is not my true nature. And before, I was actually pure, very pure, enjoying myself, studying well, everything is going fine. But after this physical and emotional hits, I was draining down, my energy is draining down, and all the things are going down. Then actual real intention of finding what is happening inside me started inside first, and then outside. Mitesh Khatri's sessions, especially the podcast, I have seen them. Then I joined. I am his platinum member. I'm so glad to say about this. And after that is the first step where it got created awareness about emotions for me. But later on, my journey didn't stop there. Then I started digging more in depth because I am a lover of clarity. I go in depth about the concept, something I was deeply connected to. So I started searching for more in depth. Who is the another guru who can explain it? So in that, Vardhani ma'am is another one who really helped. And then I was like, it was blown. That input change, how to change it, if we change it, how the transformation is happening outside. It's like instant energy flow. And I thought of, this is something amazing. I have to create awareness about it.
Amazing, super. So, guys, if just listen with the openness with what she's sharing, everything about her, and if you are somewhere, self-doubting on self, or you are in that state that you wanted to do something, and still you feel that still you are blaming others for it, this podcast is for you. That she is sharing with us with a lot of openness. I really appreciate your openness. And that brings me to the another question, that what do you think, what were some of your biggest struggles in your life?
COVID wave 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that taught me very good lesson, I should say. Like, I always say to the people, all to the clients that I deal with, like, when I try to open up their acceptance level in their head, they are ready to accept mentally. But the thing, when it comes to the reality, see, when we prepare mind strongly in our heads, then it has to show in the reality, obviously. And when they are facing that struggle in the reality, they were unable to tolerate. I will say, just cross this. Just hold on to this line. Anyway, it has to cross back. And then what you see is beautiful. So just hold on this moment. That is the utmost refinement that happens to your soul level. So that is what I experienced at COVID time, personally in me, before even with the touch of this knowledge.
Okay.
That is was time where my mother was in a ventilator, and I have children very small, 1.5 year old, one kid, and the other kid is 1.5 month. They were present like in one room with only feeding the food, and I'm way back. They are crying, cribbling. It's horrible. Yeah. So I was like, I just want to shout out loud, ki enough, I can't bear anymore. But the only statement of always runs in my head at that time is, this is going to pass on, just hold on. This one statement really, this one statement saved me. And that is what I say to the people also.
So I know that time was difficult for each one of us, and each one of us is having a different story. And I know this experience must have really hit you hard. What do you think? What has helped you to change your life then? From there, what has helped you more?
From there, I'm not aware of this emotional knowledge at that time, but I understood that crisp level of going to the extreme point, and then after that, seeing the beauty of the life. But after facing the knowledge of it, after becoming aware, then what happened with me is the crucial parts are actually the true opportunities for us to transform. So when I am not getting the hardest things, I feel like, hooray, I was not moving. Something I need to cross on. So that is how the mindset has become for me right now. Did I answer the question for you?
Yeah.
If I'm not
sure.
Yeah.
And I know this time was difficult, and coming from being a mother and then coming in the coaching business where you are thinking about helping people, was there a point where you felt, let me just leave all this, let me just give up? Nothing is happening.
That is the stage of before I aware of this emotional awareness. Before that, I gave up everything. I tried 15 different career options. I wasted a lot of money. I was named as a failure inside me and outside. That is how it reflects. So my husband gave up towards me, everybody, even my father also. Like, I was not even completing the courses. I was not just connected to that courses, and I'm feeling lazy. I'm not understanding what is going wrong with me. I was so ambitious, career full mind oriented girl I am. But I also felt ashamed and gave up finally. And I started blaming more, and after that shift happened inside me, then when I saw the transformation in others, that tears, that joy, when I tasted that blissful joy inside me, I felt like, yes, this is something that I was meant for, and this gap of 11 years career is absolutely worthy.
So you have gained what not to do, and you have lived that life
Yeah,
where people are feeling stuck,
yeah.
But throughout this, you have mentioned about this knowing about awareness and all that. What do you think? Who has healed you, or who has inspired you to come in this industry?
Coming to the, I have no idea that I will come into this industry in the
Okay.
beginning. The real inspiration is, first I should say, Mitesh sir.
Okay.
Because the way he expanded the acceptance level in us is way different. That is where my starting life started.
Okay.
So when expansion, it's like a door. Expansion is the only thing that everyone needs. When the door opens, it floods.
Right.
It's like removing the blanket in front of your eyes, and everything is clear for you now. Your purpose is clear. What you need to do is clear. I was born for this. I felt like I said this to my father, like he was so upset about me. You studied engineering distinction, but you're doing nothing for 11 years. And I was very disappointed. And I said, this is worthy and I was born for it. I will do this. I never ever said such a straightforward answer to my father till now. So that courage, that too wholeheartedly, without any fear, is something big shift inside me.
Amazing, superb.
Yeah, the true inspiration is absolutely Mitesh sir for me.
Yeah, and that's great. In each one, I'm going to ask you, but without a mentor, without a coach, it is not possible. To transform a person from a person who is blaming someone and now holding hand for someone to take him or her to a different step. So, what do you think? What is your reason why you choose coaching?
The thing is, first thing, it may be controversial and many coaches may don't like this answer, but I'm okay to convey this very transparently, because I want to create true awareness and I want to create a sustainable awareness. That is my main intention. I'm bored of instant reliefs and all those things. People are fed up of this quick fixes and all those things. So that is the reason I always say he's my first guru, but journey doesn't stop over there. Okay. So in that way, people may hate me for this, but the true transformation comes with true knowledge, unfiltered knowledge. Along with that, actually emotions are completely connected to the body. Everything is within us. So how much you move your body along with your mind coordination at a right way, then your emotions will move in a right path. The thing is, we are not moving. We are feeling lazy for movement. And that is the reason why the flow, the natural flow, how it has to flow in a right path, it was deviated towards negative path. That is how we are getting negative emotions or covering up our statements and laziness with some other, the philosophical statements and all those things.
Right. Absolutely. So you have mentioned it rightly, and this genuineness. People are searching for genuineness, and they feel very much connected when a person is operating from genuineness.
Yes.
You don't need to shout about his achievements or anything. Person will make out that this person is having some depth, and that genuineness is extremely important.
Yes.
One more question pop up in my mind, that was there any fear starting off, and how you have overcome?
As I told you.
Being a mother and then coming on, and you have also mentioned about delivering a session on the stage, so I really want to know.
The biggest burden for everyone is fear only. And actually, when I started the course of SIRS, Ho'oponopono is the first course that I have chosen. Because the reason why I chosen is, we can start even our some course, like, we can also become healers and we can earn accordingly. Somewhere I can start earning towards career. I can open up my door towards my career. That is the reason why I actually chosen that. But at the end, when he is training how to stand up in front of the camera and how to deliver this, the analytical mind started rising so much, like marketing, I have to self-exhibit, all the negative thoughts which I haven't known that they are coming through fear.
Okay.
And after 1 year, I came to know that it is coming from fear. Later, I came to know, when he is explaining about chakras, all the things, all the blockages, we will call with different names like anxiety, worry, all these things, arrogancy, fear of judgment. Everything is a shade of fear. The root is fear. And fear is a fake thing.
Right.
These people don't know.
The surprise with the fear is it's fake.
Fear is absolutely fake thing. It's how beautiful the fear is. It's like, I'll tell you a very simple thing. If a child, your own child, my kid will play this game all the time. They will wear a towel or kerchief covering on their face, and they will try to make us feel scared. And the moment when we really act, they will start removing that, Mama, main hu. That is how fear is. Such a beautiful thing. It actually, if we remove that blanket, everything is crystal clear, and what you see is just bliss. Right. And divinity everywhere.
And there are many people who are even not starting just because of fear.
Yeah.
Fear
that is what. Once they understand that fear is a fake word, who won't cross the line of it?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Super.
Yeah.
So, how do you get your first client?
To be God's grace, it just flowed like anything. I don't know. I helped in our community. We have platinum member community, and there itself we used to heal each other. We used to practice things.
Okay.
Somewhere after gaining more and more knowledge, I started helping in our community itself, and it just flowed. She again recommended her son, and again one more friend has come in, and it just passed on. I was just busy with work, and I'm just enjoying it. I don't know how it connected. Again, someone in offline, and the ma'am who has given the yoga opportunity, she gave the offline opportunity. It just flowed.
Okay.
Because the doors inside me started opening. Opportunities will follow.
So what do you think? What pain people are silently facing?
On Monday when I'm giving the event, one teacher, lecturer who is very experienced, she cried in front of me saying about his son, that he's a very intelligent guy who selected for IIT coaching, but suddenly he became so introvert because of the pressure and suicidal thoughts, and whatever he is speaking, it is absolutely arrogant and absolutely towards emotional blackmailing, because he don't want to do something, he don't want to do anything, and whoever is saying no for it, he is just striking off, not liking to listen to them, and he became so introvert, no connections and all those things. That situation really made me to realize that many students are suffering with high pressure, educational pressure, parents pressure, everywhere. So I thought
Pressure
of
of competition is huge.
this competition word is really making them so pressurized that they were unable to live the life at ease. So I decided like I want to conduct offline events in schools to create the awareness about it, so which may impact many lives.
Because they are silently suffering. What do you think?
Yes.
Who is your ideal target market? They are students. They are. How do you define your target market?
My ideal target is tasting everyone the bliss and joy, but absolutely my mastery is towards relationship.
Those who
I'm
are facing
good.
a relationship now. That is what I mean.
I'm good in understanding the emotional aspect of it. Relationships mastery. Like
Okay.
if I will say, if someone is coming to me with any marital issue, any marital conflict, anything, I will start making them understand where it is going wrong and absolutely make it easy to unlock the power of what is going wrong inside. And that is many of the true transformation that I have given is becoming fearless.
Is becoming fearless.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first client,
the
the first client used to get panic attacks.
Okay.
And after working with me after 1 month, I guess, she lost. And yesterday only I had a talk with her and she said, till now I have no panic attacks. It has been 6 months almost.
Amazing,
And
amazing.
a second guy who also had this panic attacks because he's the son of him, so he will copy the patterns absolutely. So he said, I was happily sleeping every night, and he from 0 to 1 lakh he hit his salary. He's earning 0 and hitting obviously from there to 1 lakh. That's good. And a beautiful lady, very spiritually evolved lady, but still unable to come out of that fear of lack. That actually there is a conflict with relationships, as they both got separated, and she has a small baby. She was separated now, but she is happily independent and she is absolutely accepting it with so much grace and happy. And the force is not even towards her, and his husband strongly needs it. So she was absolutely happy and blissful and handling her baby so well.
So you mentioned about so many different clients and so many different transformations. So what do you think? What makes your coaching unique?
Fear is something that I want to unlock in everything. That shift of fear will shape you fearless and unstoppable. And the uniqueness is that sustainability. You take any coaching businesses these days, they involve Ho'oponopono, NLP techniques, EFT techniques, all these works. They are powerful, absolutely powerful. I'm not completely against to it. For an instant to come out and make you centered, they works well, but they are not sustainable. Sustainability nothing. Becoming calm and happy within yourself should become your nature. It should not become your something like you're forcing with some technique or something. It should become your natural flow.
And actually that was our internally what is that we made for. We were internally aligned with the same thing, that harmony, peace and happiness. Yeah,
we are born with it. So we just have to remove that dirt which is layered on the top. And the thing is, second thing is an absolute right combination of yoga practice to make it sustainable and more powerful and more faster.
So you powered it with yoga.
Yes, the technique that I used in this is yoga to get that to release and the blockages inside everybody. I won't use any other technique, and recently I was pursuing this government certification of yoga 1 year got completed, second year is running. At the time of examination, I have seen one quote of Gerenda. He is one of a great sage, mastered yoga. He said, there is no other practice which is powerful than yoga. There is no other enemy who is powerful than ego. There is no other friend who is powerful than knowledge. I just loved that statement.
Simple but very powerful statements, yeah?
Yeah, I love to choose ultimate things that give sustainability. So this beautiful blend combination of yoga and this knowledge, creating the awareness of mindset, is like a complete meal, and that too with complete sustainability. And there is no, minute or that cake, just showing the filters on that cake or to just show up. Nothing is needed. It can be absolutely transparent, and results will be seen within in their own times. When they are ready right now, you can see it immediately also.
Yes, absolutely. So you have mentioned about a lot of result and how your student or your client got breakthroughs. What are some of your own habits that is helping you to change your life entirely?
I think where I actually fall in love with this coaching business is when I saw the divinity in my mother-in-law. As many housewives may connect to this and relate to this with me, that we will basically have some kind of emotional issues with our mother-in-laws, and when husband comes into picture, that is another different conflict, and all of it together. So I also have gone through that, and I used to hate her so much. My hatredness has increased a lot, and I know that I am not that kind of cruel mentality person, and I know that she is also not that horrible person, but I am not understanding what is going wrong. And that shift from that devil kind of personality to divine kind of personality shift, now my mother-in-law is literally mother for me, a divine mother, a queen mother for me. That shift is something that I really haven't expected with me.
What you have done for us?
I started understanding what is happening inside. How my the root is there in intention correction. This is the crucial thing that I am clearly exhibiting in front of everyone. The purity is what everybody needs. Every soul is already purified. The only thing is it got impurified with our brain intelligence. When we remove that analytical intelligence and we allow it to flow naturally with purity, everyone is divine. Literally, everyone is literally trying to help you to grow. Not in career, in evolution, every point of it, every area of your life.
Every
shines.
area of your life.
Yes.
Amazing. Super. So what do you mean? Have you ever faced any of the failure or criticism, and how do you handle it?
I was like, failure used to be my nature. 14 to 15 failures is not a less, and almost 3 to 4.
You have done graduation in the failure. 14 to 15.
When we are people, I
graduation.
won't call it as laziness, but yes, when in terms of understanding for the people, when I also used to be lazy at that time, I used to watch YouTube, a podcast, and all those stories and all. One story of a personality really inspired me. I forgot the name of that great personality, but I remember the statement: success means 99.9% failure. I was like,
Success
that
means
shifted me like anything.
99% failure.
And yes, and the moment when I started correcting the intentions, I was doing better than as before, but I was not perfect, 100%. And when I am again correcting, I am doing 2% better. There is 1% to 1% improvement, but I was not absolutely perfect. Even now, I was improving day by day. And when there is any conflict outside, I always immediately checks inside, like, what happened in my thought, where I went wrong. Is there any impurity? If it is impurity, now it is very easy for me to accept the outside condition gracefully. If
So
there is no,
I'm just stopping you. You need to know
Yeah.
that there should be a purity.
Yeah.
And this purity will, so guys, whoever is there sitting on that mode, I know many of them will be there. They are sitting in this chair that let me just get a little more perfect. So she's giving us a real life lesson that you don't need to be perfect. You need to be pure, and
Yes.
you can never be perfect.
we
wait.
can be perfect. It's not that.
Mhm.
Lord Vishnu and Rama are perfect. They are divine souls, but I cut the thread of divine from them. But how much refinement you are doing every single second is going to reflect on the other second, which is upcoming.
Okay.
So that improvement growth is what you need to focus on. And that at one time, people may call you perfect, but still you know how imperfections you have
You
within.
know how many imperfections.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But people may call as perfect, that's fine.
Great, super. So what do you mean by success?
Success means refinement. Refinement of every, and hungry about refinement every time. It can be in anywhere. It can be towards career, relationships, everywhere. Refinement.
So what do you say that people are having this very natural attitude to going back to the comfort zone? And you are constantly talking about, refining. So
Yes.
how do you deal with this?
I also have gone through this. So when I have seen the divinity in others and all, I thought this is my purpose. My purpose is clear now. Fine. Okay, I have to help people. But old patterns are old patterns. They will, when they are in running in loop, it will come back again. So my laziness is one of my strongest loop at that time. So it also started coming back. Recently, I climbed 7 hills. If people are aware of it, Tirupati it is called as. We went on stairs by walk. And at that time, I understood the power of movement. I was non-stop climbing the steps. I'm getting exhausted, taking rest. Again climbing the steps, getting exhausted, taking the rest. Somewhere, I was deeply connected and I felt so powerful. Then I understood the power of movement. Then I understood the meaning of stuck at that time. People are not lazy, their lack of clarity. What is actually going wrong and what is making them stuck? Movement is something that will make you flow. Even if we take the examples of celebrities, they may skip even the meals one day in a week or so, but they won't leave workout. They will keep working out, and Akshay Kumar is the best example for it, right? So because that, and he is having handful of opportunities all the time in his hand.
Yes.
That is the reason for it. The more movement you do with your body, when you coordinate with your brain as well, with the breath, that is powerful. It won't allow you to make you stuck.
Amazing. Superb. So coaches, if nothing is working out,
just
move your body.
Just move your body. Seriously.
Move your body
In a joyful way. It doesn't need to be always climbing stairs or something. Something even you enjoy. It can be a dance, something that makes you enjoy and just move your body. Yes.
Amazing. Because the coaches, when nothing is working out, they are not getting clients, or when they are not able to finalize their niche and all of that, they will shut down themselves. So just move your body a little bit.
Yes.
Thank you so much. That is an excellent suggestion. So what do you think? why new age coaches are struggling today?
Coaches are struggling because they are using the law of attraction techniques, thinking that they are permanent. They are not sustainable, and they are not aware of this. And people are not fools. Audience, whoever is watching, they also see. If I am coming for you, let us suppose if I am a dentist and you are a client of mine, okay, patient, you are coming to me and I have less business, so I will keep repeating you, keeping this yaha problem hai theek kara, but that created another problem, I will keep coming. One or the other point, your intellect definitely tells you that this is not sustainable, this is creating something else and something else. And healing is a very odd word, to be frank, that is making the audience feel like a crippled people, that there's something lack, we are not fit, there is something wrong inside. No, everyone is absolutely perfect, even you are getting suicidal thoughts or cruel odd thoughts, even towards abusive things, still you are absolutely perfect. The only thing is you are not understanding how your brain is trapping you. Once you know that, you won't fall in traps.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing. Superb. So what is your future vision? What is your future vision? Where do you see yourself, and how do you see yourself?
This question many people ask me, but I know the power of presence. Being completely present, and I always check only the percentage of presence that I am involved right now. I won't think about the future. It builds the future. And it builds such a fast way than even I expect, and I enjoy my every moment. If I create 5 years of plan right now, if I won't be there, it will disappoint me. If I am 10 times much faster than that, even that makes me disappointed by showing something loophole inside it. But if I am just allowing everything, it is just doubling. Every moment of life is becoming a joyful moment, a memorable moment. So I won't create future. I will focus on present and refining the present. Yes. Entire power.
Awesome.
Yes. Entire power is there in what is the percentage of presence that you have right now.
Amazing. And many problems will get solved there only. Because most of the tension and all fears we carry, that is either about past or about future. So when we are fully present here right now at this moment, we don't get affected by it, and it comes by practice. Awesome.
Yeah.
So you have answered a lot of questions and you have enlightened us with a lot of insights. But I always ask this question to every guest who is coming on this podcast. And it is about what do you think, what is the how this word is for you called limitless? What do you think, what is limitless, and what was the moment in your life that you feel was that a limitless moment? Like you don't believe it will happen that way, but it has happened. Okay. So do you remember any such moment, or what do you mean by limitless?
Yes. When I am giving up about my vision, as I told you, I am basically from yoga teacher. So for me, yoga means divine. Yoga is something that gives you moksha, what we call in Sanskrit. It means like liberation, the ultimate destiny of yoga is. So when I have seen this aerial yoga and something like that, which is mainly focusing in the perspective of just weight loss, that really drained me and disappointed a lot. And I was like, no, it is something more powerful. I want to shout out to the people saying there is no, it's way powerful more than that. But I don't know that how it is powerful. I don't know how to express. I don't have that true knowledge within me. And when I'm doing this, pursuing this course, that is the moment like all the books that were shouting at the same statement what my inner voice is shouting. It was so connected. Like I was like, this is it. I can blend this knowledge and this, and I can really transform the people. And that is the moment actually where I felt really hopeless, and that strong belief is something that won't allow me to drain and uplifted me again and again.
Amazing. Superb. So now you have answered a lot of questions, but still I'm going to ask you a few more, not few, some questions.
Any more? Yeah, I love it.
Our rapid fire round. Okay. And I want you to answer me in one word. Okay.
Okay.
Not two, not three, one word. Okay.
Okay.
So one habit you never skip.
Exercise.
One habit you never skip.
Yoga.
Exercise. One book
Yeah.
everyone should read.
One book. Ramayana.
One book everyone should read. Yeah.
Ramayana.
One mistake new coaches make.
Mistake.
Yeah.
Sorry, the link is a little disturbing. So
One mistake new coaches make.
hurrying in helping others without without having that heavy knowledge, clear knowledge.
Your biggest fear.
I don't have fear.
Your biggest dream.
If I can really transform at least one life for today, enough.
One word for your past self.
Inspiring and pack of knowledge.
One word for your present self. One word for your present self.
Bliss.
One daily success habit.
One day success habit.
Yeah.
Moment.
One thing money can't buy.
Bliss.
One final message you want to give it to all the coaches or the world.
Yeah. Please, or whatever you are learning, make sure that it is having the depth and sustainability or not. Without sustainability, you cannot even run the business for a long time. It will be a short-term game, and that makes you disappointed as well.
To think about sustainability and go long.
I believe in sustainability only.
Yeah,
So I thought
that I can
something.
believe.
Yeah.
That I know. Awesome. Thank you so much for giving us a lot of enlightenment and lot of insight. And I really love the way how openly you are sharing everything and the genuineness which you are carrying. And I'm sure whoever is watching this podcast till this point, you will definitely get a lot of nuggets. And guys, there are going to be links that you can get in connect with Sri Devi. Links are below in the description box. You can get connected with her. You can connect her with on LinkedIn and Facebook, and wherever she is available, links will be available there. And thank you so much for coming on this podcast. And
Thank you so much.
it was really amazing interaction with you. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. It's a really good time.